first sparring footage of Mike Tyson released ahead of the Jake Paul fight.
If you thought Mike Tyson wasn't an absolute beast in the ring, think again. Yet his new training video has proved that he's still the terrifying heavyweight. He was in his prime and Jake Paul is in for the fight of his life. A lot of fans are putting their money on Jake, thinking that because he's the younger athlete, he's got the upper hand in this matchup. But let's get real, those fans are making a huge mistake. Tyson's new video shows that age has nothing on the baddest man on the planet. At 58, Mike is out here throwing punches with the same speed, power, and intensity that made him a heavyweight legend. He's still got the footwork, the technique, and the absolute knockout power that made him a terrifying force in the ring. And if people think Jake can outlast that, they're in for a rude awakening. Tyson's showing that he's not just ready to step into the ring, he's ready to dominate. Let's face it, if Mike can take down the biggest names in heavyweight boxing, what's Jake Paul got? Let's break it down. Alright, so Mike Tyson's latest training video is straight up mind-blowing. And if anyone had doubts about whether the baddest man on the planet still has it, this clip shuts them down instantly. Tyson is looking fresher than ever. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say he's moving like he's still in his prime. The man's out here throwing combinations with the same intensity, speed, and precision that made him a living legend in the ring. I mean, let's be real, people were already hyped about Mike's return to the ring. But this new training footage, it's on a whole different level. The dude looks like he's been dipped in the fountain. Youth Tyson's power still there, his speed absolutely ridiculous for a guy who's 58 years old. Watching him hit those pads, you can literally feel the impact through the screen. The way he moves, the explosiveness in his punches, it's like nothing has changed. Since his prime days in the 80s and 90s, he's still got that ability to generate massive power in every punch. And it doesn't matter if it's a jab, a hook, or an uppercut. Tyson's punches don't just land, they look like they're designed to destroy. And this isn't just about raw power, his technique is still sharp, his footwork, his head movement, his angles, it's all there. Tyson's ability to slit punches and counter with brutal force is what made him stand out. And guess what? Age hasn't taken any of that away. In this latest training video, you can see the unique way Tyson moves, almost like a predator circling its prey. His ability to read his opponent, to anticipate their next move, and then strike with devastating precision is still unmatched. That's what sets him apart from so many fighters. And that's what Jake Paul is going to have to deal with when he steps into the ring. Tyson doesn't just throw wild punches. Every hit is calculated, every move is strategic, and he's always a step ahead. And if you think his age is going to slow him down or take away from that ring IQ, think again. Tyson's been boxing since he was a teenager, and those instincts are as sharp as ever.
Day two, we're getting ready for you.
Let's talk about his conditioning too. Tyson isn't just throwing one or two hard punches and then gassing out. In this video, he's showing us that he's still got the stamina to go multiple rounds and still hit like a truck. You can see it in the way he's maintaining that high intensity throughout the training session. He's not slowing down, and the man looks like he's ready to go the distance. People forget that Tyson in his prime wasn't just about first-round knockouts. He had the endurance to keep coming at you round after round, wearing you down until he finally landed the killer blow. And now, even at 58, that endurance looks like it's still there.
Nine, keep it coming. 11, 12, three more. 1, 2, one more. Yep, you just drop it back. Let it go, yep. 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, give me 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This video proves that age is just a number when it comes to Tyson. He's not just relying on his past accomplishments or his legacy, he's putting in the work to show the world that he's still got it, and that he's not just here for a spectacle. Tyson's showing up to win, and he's coming into this fight as dangerous as ever. If Jake Paul or his fans think they're dealing with a washed-up legend, they're about to be hit with a harsh reality. Mike's still got the skills, the power, and the heart that made him the most feared fighter in boxing history. Now let's break down Jake Paul's skills real quick. Jake Paul is no stranger to the ring, and you've got to give him credit for being better than most people thought he would be when he first started out. He's got decent power in his hands, especially with his right hook, and he's shown he can knock people out when he lands clean. His footwork isn't terrible either. He's learned how to move around the ring and control distance to some extent. He's definitely improved since his early days when people thought he was just a YouTuber playing boxer. His biggest strength of his ability to generate hype. The dude knows how to promote himself, and he's used that skill to build up a career that's made him a household name in boxing, even if the purists don't like it. But let's be real for a second. When we compare Jake Paul's skills to Mike Tyson, it's a totally different ballgame. Yet Jake is younger, and he's got a major age advantage, but that's not going to save him when he steps into the ring with a guy who spent his entire life perfecting the art of boxing. Tyson's power is on a completely different level. We're talking about a man who could end fights with a single punch, even against elite-level fighters. Jake has knocked out a few MMA fighters and fellow YouTubers, but let's be honest, he's never faced anyone even remotely close to Tyson's caliber. Sure, Jake's power has surprised some people, but it's nothing compared to the raw force that Tyson brings. Plus, let's not forget about the experience gap. Tyson has been fighting professionally since he was 18 years old, and by the time he was in his early 20s, he was already the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. This is a guy who's gone toe-to-toe with legends like Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and Michael Spinks. Tyson has faced the best of the best guys who were actual world champions with incredible skill and durability. He's fought Ben Askren, who was known for his wrestling, and Tyron Woodley, a former MMA champion. Past his prime, neither of those guys were elite-level boxers, and neither had the striking ability to really test Jake. Jake's best win is over Nate Robinson, a retired NBA player who had never boxed professionally in his life before stepping into the ring with him. Let that sink in. Tyson, on the other hand, has fought and beaten killers in the ring. His legacy is cemented in the